Hello, welcome to the Knit Sibs. We're a podcast by three yarn-obsessed sisters. My name is Julianne.
I'm Valerie.
I'm Gloria.
And thanks for joining us. We're going to start off today with, we have a giveaway. We got together for a dye day. If you saw our last little mini-sode that we posted, we spent the day dyeing yarn together. So we're going to give away one of our skeins. I will post a picture of it down there somewhere. So you can see what it looks like. It will be a purple, pink, and orangey looking skein. To enter, like us on Instagram. We are at KnitSibs, and tag a friend on the post. We'll put the directions in the post for you. Tag as many friends as you want. Each comment will be an entry. And we're going to leave it open for about 2 weeks. So good luck.
2 weeks, that's a long time.
Well, it's how long in between our recording episodes.
Yeah, I guess.
So we'll announce it on the next episode, or we'll tag them on Instagram. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. So
We're making it up as we're going.
we are. All right, so let's start with our first thing. Off the needles. Val, do you have anything off your needles?
So the only thing I have off the needles, is there something on my, there's something on my face the whole time. It was like a seed on my face. The only thing I have off the needles, oh yes, super secret project. Okay, so when we got together for our dye day, my super secret project was a spiral cowl for Gloria. I spun the yarn and I chain plied it. So it was, so this was the dyer. Banshee Fiber Art Studio is where I got the spinning fiber from. I don't remember what the fiber content was, probably merino, and it was a spiral eyelet cowl. So that is my first off the needles. I completely forgot about that. And I had made one for Julie too, in a different colorway.
Mine was much more orange.
Orange, yeah, like a sunset.
Yes.
And that slanting scarf is finally off the needles. I mailed it out 2 days ago to my son. I think I took a picture of it. So if I did, that will appear down below somewhere. How about you, Glor?
I have an off the needles too. So my super secret project is off the needles, but I still have it. So mine was a gift for Val because it's her birthday this month. So it is it's a poncho, but it's one of those poncho things where it's like, it's a big rectangle and it has buttonholes and buttons, so you can button it different ways. So this is what it looks like. Let me hold it up. It's got like some textured stitch to it. It's got some eyelets in there, and it's striped in 2 different blue colors. And then, like I said, it has the buttonholes. I am still in the process of sewing the buttons on. So
You tried to give it to me with the buttons for me to sew on myself. So it was an interactive gift.
So this is what the buttons look like. So they're wooden buttons.
What's the pattern name again?
The pattern is Marsan by Tabitha Hendrick. It was a Sweet Georgia pattern. I don't really understand how Sweet Georgia works. It looks like they release these like groups of patterns.
Yeah, they're a company, and they sell yarn, and they also do like pattern collections. So she'll have like a spring collection of yarn and patterns to go with it.
Mm-hmm. So I didn't use Sweet Georgia yarn. I used it's called Sueño by Haiku, is the yarn that I used. So it's the 2 different blue colorways, and then I'm hoping to have, there's 22 buttons. I have 6 buttons sewed on right now. I plan to do a button every night, but then I started another project, which I'll talk about in a minute, and that I've been like exclusively working on that right now. But my plan is to have all the buttons sewed on by Thanksgiving, and then I will bring it up to my parents' house, leave it there for Val, And then once it is, all the buttons are sewed on, then we'll take some pictures. We'll have a photo shoot. So
Nice.
that's my off the needles.
I have 2 off the needles. So I finished my social distancing shawl.
Yeah.
So this is it. I
Ooh.
was not
Oh,
sure
nice.
about the last spin cycle, this yellow, but I kind of really love it now. So the rest of it is rather dark and moody. And then you get to the pop of yellow. And I love my pop of yellow now. So that's done. That was Social Distancing by Lucinda Iglesias. I got it as a kit from her store, which is called Montrico, and it's up in Canada.
I want to go to Canada now and go to that store.
Me too. She
Because
is.
her and her husband seem like the most adorable people ever.
Yes, their Instagram is awesome. But also, like when we ordered these, I think me and Gloria had problems with it being a Canadian purchase.
Yeah.
So we both wound up like calling them to put our purchase in. And when I made my phone call, like, I told her, oh, me and my sisters are all ordering it. And she's like, oh, I talked to your sister earlier and I saw the other one's order come in, and they were just like super nice people. So yeah, I would love to go there one day.
Yeah.
So that is my first finished object. And my second finished object is something that hasn't been on yet. So it's a pair of socks. I keep socks in my car all the time because I'm always running around with the kids somewhere or waiting in the pickup line or whatever. So these don't get shown until they're done because they literally don't come into my house until they're done. So this is hedgehog fibers in the colorway Zenith. And I got this yarn at during the I-91 shop hop from Webb's, which I'm super happy they carry hedgehog because it's one that I've always wanted to try. And now I have, and I love it. It was really, really nice to knit up. The only thing I'm mad at myself for is this would have been perfect for gray contrasting heels, toes, and cuff. And I'm kind of mad I didn't do that. But super
That
pretty.
looks
I
great.
love it. Now I can wear them. They've been sitting on my desk for a week waiting for us to record. So now I can wear them.
You didn't want to show them on your feet?
I didn't think anyone wanted to see that because I'm like Zoom mullet right now. So I'm like, business on the top and pajama bottoms on the bottom. So nobody needs to see me lifting up my legs and my feet. So. All right, so on to our next segment, on your needles. Let's start with Gloria.
Okay, so I have a few on my needles. Where do I want to start? Okay, so the first one I have is my test knit. Still working strong on that. I actually found an error in the pattern, so I feel like I've done my job now as a test knitter, because I identified something. So I'm still not done, but the pattern is getting released tomorrow. So
Oh, wow.
November 12th, it's Friday. We're recording on Thursday. So tomorrow it's coming out. It is called Gutter Flower by Katie DeGroff. I created a Ravelry page, a Ravelry post. I think that's going to it's going to actually link to it tomorrow when the pattern goes live.
Mhm.
This is all new stuff to me. I've never test knit before. So I did the whole, I don't know where I was last time we recorded.
I think you had just started like the micro striping part in the middle there.
Yeah, I finished the whole striping part. So this is kind of the middle of the shawl. And then I'm going into that lace and stripe section with my last my last 6 mini skeins, or my second 6 mini skeins. This I think is going to become a Christmas gift. I don't know if I should say who it's going to.
She's not going to watch. You can say
Okay, it's going to be for Kaylee.
it.
For Kaylee B.
That's my daughter.
For Julie's daughter. Apparently Val's daughter is not knit worthy.
No,
How
she's
that
not.
happened, I have no idea. But
Mm-mm.
so yes, I think this is going to become a Christmas gift. So it will motivate me to finish it sooner. So that's
Very
my,
pretty.
I'll show you a little bit more. I have to take more pictures. I posted one picture, but my phone was being wacky last night. So I'm going to add more pictures onto my Ravelry. So it's Gutter Flower by Katie DeGroff, and it releases tomorrow. So
Cool.
that's exciting.
And Gloria, I think, has been battling a bad case of startitis, right?
No, actually, I feel like I had finishitis, where I wanted to finish everything, and then this past weekend, it's flipped to startitis. So, my next one is my shawlography, which is still going strong. I think last time I just had the wedges done. So wedges are done. The slip stitch section is done. My I-cord loops are done. And we don't have to spoiler anything now because he's released pictures of it. And I'm on to this, I don't know what to call it. It's like a striped section there, with my gold and my gray, light gray. And this is still like, this is the beginning of Clue 2. This is like the first section of Clue 2. Not done with it yet. But I kind of like the finished product. So I'm going to keep going, obviously. And I kind of like it's weird, and we kind of expected it to be a little bit weird. But I'm going to keep going, and we'll see where it goes. I think based on, the color placements, now that I know where everything is going to be placed, I think I'm pretty happy with the way that my colors are going to be paired together, I guess.
How they're going to dance and play together.
I think that's the benefit of doing a mystery knit along after the fact, is that you could put your colors where you want them.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I feel like in the beginning, he tells you can skip to the end of this video and decide how you want your colors to look.
Yeah, but
And
you
that was
only
huge
have
help.
one clue at a time.
Yeah.
So the only section that I'm a little iffy about is like the triangle section. So after this, we do this like welt section, which is going to create this little like bubble. And then after that, there's this like triangle section where mine is going to be the white and the red together. And then after that is like a baubles, which is going to be my gold color, which I think is going to be a nice pop of color, but I don't know how it's going to look next to the white and the red together. I can't remember which one's going to be the background, which one's going to be the triangles. But that's the only section I'm a little bit like, I don't know how that's going to look, but in the grand scheme of things, it's such a small section that it'll be fine, whatever. So the wedges took me forever to get through, but then once I got through that, it got a little bit easier, and I kind of love it. And I kind of want to be done with it, but it's going to take a little bit of time.
So my quick shawlography update is mine is going to get frogged. I'm not going to keep working on it. Completely. I can't. My colors were too crazy. It's not something I'm going to wear. I'm not really a product knitter. I'm definitely more of a process knitter, but I think that one, it was just making me too unhappy to even look at. So I'm frogging it.
Okay.
Anything else?
My last thing, my newest project, the one that I've been obsessively working on, is the Juniper Cowl by Toni Lipsey. It is, I'm trying to hold it up, but I need to see it at the same time. So if I hold it in front of my face, I can't see it. So it is crocheted. I don't crochet very much, but I became obsessed with this project, and I wanted to make one really bad. So I actually made a little stop at Webb's this weekend, and I picked up 2 of the Koigu pencil boxes because the pattern is originally made with a Koigu pencil box. So I got one for myself and one for our mother. So I'm going to make this one's actually for mom. And it's a puff stitch, which is actually really fun to do. It's kind of nice to have a project that like I don't need to be following a pattern every single row. Like you have to keep track of the rows because you do increases. Like you can see, it gets wider at the bottom and it's going to get even wider than this. So I mean, you have to keep track of the rounds, but like every single row, I'm not like counting stitches and following the directions. So it's really nice just to have something to, you know, switch your brain off, watch TV. I obviously don't crochet as much as I knit. So I'm a little bit like, I don't know if I'm doing this right, but I'm just gonna go for it because it's fun. So this one's for mom. And I don't feel bad about it having taken over as my main project because I'm counting it as a Christmas gift. So I'm getting some Christmas gift knitting done.
Yeah.
But did break the yarn buying ban. So all those rules we laid out last time out the window because the yarn buying ban has been broken twice already now by me.
We also, Gloria and I both did wind up, I think the last episode was before Rhinebeck, and we were talking about the, what's it called? Coming
Coming
together.
together.
Yeah.
So Gloria and I
did,
both ordered a coming together kit.
I got one. Did you get yours yet?
No, it's being
No.
delivered tomorrow.
Mine came yesterday. The bag is adorable, although I don't know if I'm ever going to like stand and knit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just not something I do. But the bag is really cute. It came with this lotion bar. It smells really good, but I can't get it open right now. Came with a lotion bar, and then it came with the half skeins. I got the I think it's Cherry Merlot was the color set. So it's got like a dark, the color's not coming up. It's like a burgundy color and a pink and a brown. And gold and a light pink and a like a sandy color. So those are my colors.
Very nice.
And then it comes with it's supposed to come with a code for the pattern download. So mine didn't come with it, but I contacted them and they got me a code right away. So apparently, because the yarns come like on a string, you know, like they're all like strung together. And then the little lotion things hanging in a bag on there. Mine didn't have the card on there. So I had to contact them because it didn't have the pattern download code. But they got it to me, you know, like within a few minutes.
Well, my package has been like back and forth across the country, I think 3 times now. So hopefully it's in my hometown, according to the post office. So hopefully it actually gets delivered.
Oh, cute.
a little lotion bar thing. So yeah, and it smells nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, so yarn ban has been broken.
Yes, we're mixing segments here. Do you have any?
I
anything else?
haven't even had a chance to look at the show notes. So
Yeah, I know.
I don't
Do you have
know.
anything else on your needles though?
Nope, that's it.
No. Okay, my turn for on your needles then. I had a little bit of startitis. I was just kind of, after shawlography, I needed a like palette cleanser. So I have, this is the 21 color slouch hat by Virginia Sattler Reamer. Mine is not going to be 21 colors. I have a mix of blues and greens. It came as a kit from Webb's, and it's all blue sky wool stock worsted weight. So it's this whole mix of greens and blues. And my daughter requested it. So, all right. So that was my first project. That's for my daughter. She had picked that up when we went to Webb's. All right. My next project is for our dad for his birthday, which just passed. So I need to knit faster. It's called the Exeter hat by John Horrigan. And it's just like a ribbing pattern right now, but then the ribs are going to meet in some cool way on the top, which I haven't gotten to yet. And this is out of my hand spun. So
Very
this
nice. Looks like
is-
hands on.
Yeah, it looks like spin cycle. So this is my hand spun. This is Mad Color, I believe was the name of the dyer. And she had a Doctor Who club that I used to belong to. I looked online. I don't think she's selling anymore, which is a shame because her colors were awesome. So that's
Yeah,
another.
that's pretty.
Thank you. And then my last thing is a sweater for me. I started an Ursa sweater by Jacqueline Sislak or Sislak, I'm not sure. I've actually gotten quite a bit done. Let's see if I could do this without any stitches falling off the needle. So here's the beginning of the sweater.
Nice.
That's the front and the arms, and it's got a cool, she calls it half brioche stitch. That's like makes this faux seam up the side. And then it's gonna go, so it started here in the front and it's gonna keep going and meet up on the sides, and you'll have a cool little design. And this is my
Nice.
new progress keeper.
Oh, I didn't show mine.
This is from a new stitch marker person we found called Charnit, CHAR.
Do I need to order one of these now?
They're
Because I don't
adorable.
have one.
I won mine. I won mine in a giveaway.
Yeah, you won yours in
see
a
it?
giveaway and you tagged me in it, and then I saw it, and then she posted these. So she posted these as stitch markers, and this is amber, and my son had an amber necklace growing up, so this just reminds me of him as a little baby with his amber necklace on. And I love it. So she saw it, she posted it as stitch markers, and I said, can I get it as a progress keeper? So she made me a custom listing and she got it out to me.
You trying to get that to focus, Gloria?
Yeah,
Put your hand behind it so it can't see your face, and then it'll focus on it.
So yeah, so I got stitch markers. They're
I'm
black.
focusing on it.
It's still not
focusing.
working.
No, it's okay.
I'm technologically challenged today,
Yes.
so give me a break.
It's okay.
So I can't see anything. When I
I
do
know.
that, then I can't see it. I don't know where I'm supposed to put it so it'll focus.
I'll put like a still photo in later.
Then I have to take a picture of them.
Yeah, I know.
But so it's these like black stitch markers, and then there's a gray, it's like a matte gray progress keeper.
Uh-huh.
So
And I love progress keepers. I don't know if everybody uses them, but I love them.
I don't use them, but I'm using this like to mark the beginning of the round.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Yeah,
the,
so that's what,
yeah.
it's either a progress keeper or basically a stitch marker for crochet.
yeah, like a what do you call it?
Beginning a round marker.
Removable stitch marker.
Yeah.
Is that what you call it? Technical word for it.
All right, so this is my Ursa. It's a crop top type sweater, so I don't think I have all that much more to go before I
Is it going to be long sleeves or short sleeves?
long sleeves.
Okay.
So it's meant to be like, the way I'm picturing it is over like a linen dress type thing.
Mhm.
You wear it over it. So, and it's made out of Cascade Eco wool. So, which I was super excited about because the skeins are enormous. But then I went to go wind it, and my ball winder can't hold skeins that big. So I had to split it into 2 skeins. So I got kind of pissed off, but this was
I knit-
like these two together were 1 skein of wool. And it was just, I was getting caught on the skein winder, so I had to break it. I mean, I can felt it together and have felted joins. I don't have to weave in ends, but still, I was a little upset by that.
I knit something out of Eco Wool a while ago, and I don't remember what I did.
So I think we both made that Jared, I think it was Jared Flood made those.
Yeah,
I made it too.
Yeah, it was like a doily pattern that he turned into a blanket. That turned out
I knit
really
it for
small a
someone.
blanket.
I knit it for someone for her wedding, and she got divorced like immediately. Like they got married and then like immediately divorced.
I think I made it for
So-
Joanne for her wedding.
Mine's in my guest room because it wouldn't like block out flat.
Yeah,
Although I didn't know really what I was doing at the time, but it
Yeah.
didn't, it's not gonna block out anywhere near flat, so.
all right. That's it for all my needles.
All right, my
So-
turn then. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so I have two things. And they were both projects that were kind of lingering on my needles in my chest for a while. So every time I would go into my chest, I would see them sitting there and it started to annoy me. So I decided to pick them back up. So the first one is On the Spice Market by Melanie Berg. I got it as a kit. I believe it was 2018 Rhinebeck. I believe it was 2018 Rhinebeck. And the yarn is from Dirty Water Dye Works. This is where I'm at with it.
Very pretty.
So it starts with like a stripe, that's tangled. This is a high quality production today. Doing really well.
I don't think it was 2018.
I think it was
You think it
because
was
then
2019?
no, because 2019. Oh no.
When was the
2019
last one that we went to?
2019, because then 2020.
I don't think it was the last one we went to. I think it was the one before that.
Right, so when was the last one that we went to?
That would have been, so the last one we went to was 2019. Because
2019 we went?
we skipped 2020 because we like I
Yeah, but
made
we
this-
were gonna go in 2020,
right.
but we
then
weren't
20
gonna go every year, we were gonna go every other year. So 2018
I think
was
my
the
2018.
last one we
memories-
went to, and we did not get those kits the last one we went to.
So maybe 2016.
Well, I can look on Ravelry and see when it was released.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it was a number of years ago. So it starts with the dye section, a stripe section, and then you go through all of your contrast colors in the stripes, and then you go through all of your contrast colors again in this like dotted pattern, and then it'll end with the stripe pattern again. So I'm 3 contrast colors in, so I've got a ways to go on this shawl, but I like it. It's very pretty. I did find when I picked it back up and I started knitting again, I did find a spot where, right here, where the yarn was
Oh, wow.
wearing through. I guess it was like, it must have been caught on the zipper or something of the bag that I had it in. And 2 of the plies were like ripped. So I put a little piece of thread in there, a piece of yarn in there to mark it so I could go back and fix it before it causes a problem.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that I am working on is my Stark Baking Mad by Lyrical Knits. So that was our first sister mystery knit along of the pandemic. So I think you guys both finished yours. I had talked someone in my knitting group into joining us and doing the mystery knit along, and she finished it as well. And I did not finish mine. So the way that this is knit is it's knit in 3 like diamonds, I guess, and then you join them together and fill in the space between them. So this is one of them. You knit like 3 of these. So I have 2 of them that I'm starting to join and fill in at this point.
Mm.
And I have to fill in this space down here, and then I have to join the 3rd one. So I actually really like this. I like this pattern quite a bit. She did this, and then the Nights Who Say Knit, which we all did, and I actually just gave Mom my finished Nights Who Say Knit this weekend. I like Stark Baking Mad much better than Nights Who Say Knit. It's like a little more like meditative of a knit than Nights Who Say Knit are. Like Nights Who Say Knit was like a different stitch pattern.
It was more of like a stitch sampler.
Yeah. This is more, it's like garter stitch with a little bit of lace inset. And I really like it. And I love the colors so much. And I'm excited to wear this. I think it's going to be really cozy once I'm done knitting it.
When
So.
we were working on that, I was like, I don't know about this. I didn't know if I was gonna like it. and I really started to hate it at one point. And then we put all the pieces together and I was like, ooh, I really like this.
I like it a lot.
So yeah, I think the shape is different, you know, because it's like kind of like you're pointed on both ends. So like when you wear it, you know, I like to fold mine in half and then loop it through. So when you wear it like that, you get like, you know, it looks nice. You know, it looks different. But my main color is dark. So those like bobbles that are in there, there's like a lacy thing with a bobble in there,
Mhm.
like they don't show up very well because the main color is dark. Your
Mhm.
main color is light, so yours is showing up really well. Yeah, mine's you don't see the bobble because the yarn is dark. But I mean I love my colors that I used for it. And like I said, I like the shape, and you know, once you put it on, once it's blocked and you put it on and everything, it looks really cool. But there was one point that I was really like, and I think I talked you guys into buying yarn for it too.
Mhm.
Yeah, this was one that I wasn't gonna do.
I think that was the election day purchase, no?
Uh,
No,
and
that
this
was
was Miss
social
Babs. This
distancing.
was a Miss Babs kit from mine.
Yeah, what were we doing that night though? Because I remember I sent you guys pictures and I was like, ooh, I think I need this.
I think you
Or
were trying to get
no.
us to talk you out of it.
That
No,
was
I
the
think
that
Val
was
talked us into this
social
one. I think this
distance.
one was
I was-
Val's idea.
It might have been.
I think it was my idea because she kept posting pictures of the colors and I just liked it. This is what the sample was knit out of. And I just really liked these colors so much. And I wanted to knit whatever she was making out of these colors.
And it was also when Gloria was in her big Miss Babs phase.
Yes, it was the
She's now in
height
an
of my
Emma's yarn
Babs
phase. But,
purchasing.
so
It
we
was,
were, I think we
this
were
was
all,
my first Miss Babs purchase. I had
I
never
think-
worked with Miss Babs yarn before this kit.
yeah. So I think we were
And
all a
this
little
is
bit
a-
more aware of it.
This was a Christmas gift from Gloria last year, this bag.
Oh, very
Uh-huh.
nice.
That's,
And that's
it-
all I really have on my needles right now.
So the bag is it's a Miss Brown's bags bag. She's based out of Canada. But the fabric that's printed, it's an actual yarn, that like a hand dyed yarn that she then like used the image of the yarn knit up to make the bag. So
Mhm.
I don't know what I have one of those, but I don't know what's in it right now.
She one of the girls who does the grocery girl knits.
I have no
I
idea.
can't remember. I think she is. I think she's one of the hosts for the grocery girl knits.
I know that one
And she
of
has a
the-
yarn company too called like To the Max Yarn Co.
Oh, I didn't know that. But I know one of her bags is a Lola Bean color.
Yeah.
But that one wasn't available when I bought them.
All right. I think, is that everything that's on everyone's needles?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it for me.
Let's get started on our next segment. It's the In Your Dreams segment. So what have you purchased that you're hoping to knit someday, or what patterns are you dreaming about? I'll go first because you guys just talked a bit. I am starting to look at patterns for chemo cap knitting. We have some loved ones who will be going through some chemotherapy treatment and requested some chemo caps. So I don't think I've ever knit or crocheted hats out of cotton, and cotton seems to be the preferred yarn. So I'm doing some time like researching what good cotton yarns are for it and looking up patterns and stuff. And honestly, most of the patterns I can find are for crochet. I'm not finding as many knit ones, which is fine because the person we're giving it to likes to crochet. So I think she'd appreciate crocheted ones. So that's one of my big things that's taking up my time. I'm starting to make a list of yarns that I want to go look for. I have a very nice LYS by me, my local yarn store. It's called You and You in Windsor, Connecticut. And so I'm going to go down there with my list and see what I can find locally. And then my other in my dreams is one that is in Val's dreams too. The Gnome Make Along by Imagine. The pattern is by Imagine Landscapes. I got a kit from Beautiful Sister that came with a bag and yarn from Emma's Yarn. I didn't actually buy a kit though. Like you could buy the yarn separate and then the bag separate, and it costs the same amount as the kit. So that's what I did. So I bought this fox bag and then a set of yarn. And I think it is make along number 8. I guess she's done a bunch already, but I haven't participated in any, but all of a sudden I decided I wanted to do this, probably because Val prompted it a little bit.
Well,
but this one-
I have a kit for the make along number 7.
That's right.
I have
yeah.
a kit and the pattern that you know, the designer of the test net had gifted to
gifted you.
me. So we were already talking about gnomes a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one's called Leave Gnome Stone Unturned. So I'm excited. So I'm just hoping that my kit gets here before the make along starts on December 1st. We'll see. Its current delivery date was like November 24th to December 4th, somewhere in that range. So we'll see. So that's all in my dreams. What's in your dreams, Val?
So I will talk only about the things that I currently have in the mail on the way to me for my in your dreams. So I was not on a yarn ban like you guys were, but I was like really just not trying to be more mindful about what I was purchasing, and that has kind of gone out the window. So I have the Coming Together, which should be showing up tomorrow, which I'm super psyched about. I talked about it last week and we talked about it a little, so I won't go into more detail on that. I have the gnome kit. So the reason I decided to do the gnome thing, it's been all over the place. It's been popping up on Instagram. Like every time I open Instagram, there's a new post about it. But then I saw a post that said like every day you get an email, and it might be like a little story or a recipe. And I was like, this just sounds like so much fun. And I'm going to have like serious FOMO. It just sounded like delightful to wake up each morning.
It'll be like an Advent replacement for those of us who didn't get
because I didn't get an Advent kit. So I am feeling a little left out as far as that goes. So yeah, it's a good substitute for that. And I ordered yarn for that from 4 Pearls. I got Emma's yarn and I couldn't decide which set I wanted, so I got 2 sets. So I think I'm going to do a gnome themed gift for Mom for Christmas this year. So I have a gnome embroidery that the gnome's beard, you like braid together the embroidery floss, so it makes it like a cute little 3D thing. And then she'll get one of the Emma's yarn gnomes that hopefully I will actually keep on top of the mystery knit along for. And then the other thing that I have in the mail to me, which I think is also arriving tomorrow, is a Gauge dye work yarn called Whiskey in a Teacup. Nice. So I enjoy whiskey in my teacup every once in a while, in my coffee specifically. So I just really thought the name was super cute, but the yarn itself is also super cute. It's gray, and then it has like a muted pastel rainbow. So Gauge Dye Work does these really creative things with their dyeing, where they'll dye specifically for a shawl. So like you could have a shawl with like striping on it, and the striping will be like a consistent with color stripe, even though you're knitting from a self-striping yarn. So instead of like the colors getting thinner as the shawl gets more stitches, it'll stay consistent. Or they'll do like
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they have a sweater yarn where like it does the same thing with like the yoke. So you can knit like a top-down sweater and the top will stripe, and then after a certain point it turns to a solid color. So this is like a solid gray and then a muted rainbow. So this is my second time ordering from them. I haven't knit anything I got from them yet, but that doesn't matter. And I'm planning to knit a shawl that's called Whiskey in a Teacup. So I'm assuming the shawl was made for the yarn or vice versa.
Yeah.
So, and the pattern is by Catherine Gamroth. So that's nice. Everything that all of my in my dreams knitting right now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And Gloria, did we do your in my dreams yet or not?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
So my first in my dreams is my juniper cowl. I'm like obsessed with these things. So the one I showed you before is the one I'm making for Mom, and the Koigu pencil box was called Deep Sea. So the one that I got for myself looks like this. I should probably take the plastic off, but whatever. And that one is called Winter Storm. So the colors aren't showing up very well. But when I looked at the colors online, and then I actually saw them in person, like I picked completely different color sets than I thought I was gonna get. The one I was between this one and the one called Northampton, which I think is a, you know, made for webs colorway, or color set, and which are pretty similar, but I ended up liking the Winter Storm one better. And then for mom, I was gonna do like a red, like autumny colors, but then I saw like the purples and the blues, and I thought she would like that better. And there's like a tealish color in there that's gorgeous. This color, I don't know why I'm not getting, like, you
It's
can't
not showing
see-
up well.
Yeah, like you can't see colors at all on my camera, but it's this really nice like green teal color. So, and of course now I want to make like scrappy juniper cowls. So I have some like leftovers that I have like a good amount of the skein left that I was planning on using for socks, for like contrasting heels and cuffs and toes. Which I've never done before. You know, I've never done that on a sock before. But now I'm like, I don't know, should I make a scrappy juniper cowl out of my leftover, you know, any yarn
Well,
that I have like a good
How many
amount?
juniper cowls are you really gonna need?
I don't know. I could make a scrappy one and give it as a gift to somebody,
Yeah.
you know? I mean, the Koigu one I'm keeping for myself. And this yarn is amazing
Yeah.
to knit with. It's like, it's 100% merino. And like the colors, like even like they're skeined up and you're like, oh, those colors are kind of like stark contrasting with each other, but then like they knit up and they're just so like muted, and like the color repeats are very short, so like it changes quickly, like it looks really, really cool.
Nice.
My second in my dreams is the most recent, or not the most recent, but one of Amba O'Brien, I don't know. I think we say it Amba because we're from Long Island, but I think it's Amba O'Brien. One of her Advent or festive knit along patterns, the Go-Go Throw. So the colors that she has knit it in, I have that set. So it came out like over the summer, and I had to have it because of course I had to have the set, because Amba O'Brien posted like a little teaser over the summer that she was going to be knitting something, she was going to be designing something with that set, and I had to have it. So I ordered it right away, and it's been in my closet since the summer. So I'm really excited for that to come out. It is a yeah, the colors aren't showing up very well. But that's the set that I have. It's a green to purple fade. So it's got all sorts of like teals and blues in between colors. And then the contrast color is, or the full skein color is like a purple pink.
Yeah.
So, but I'm a little, I don't know if I want to make like a throw out of my Advent yarn, because that yarn is gorgeous, and I'm like, I don't know if I should do a shawl, because I really
you could
like
wear
one
that
of
as a
her-
shawl. It's not like a huge throw.
Yeah, but you can't like wrap it around like a shawl, you know, like you can put it over your shoulders, but you can't like wrap it around. So I don't know, I'm still deciding. I really like, I've made a couple of the shawls that she released a couple years ago with the all the adventure ones.
Yeah.
Adventurous, Adventuresome, Adventuring.
Yeah.
I forget which ones I made, but there's another one in there in that set that I am considering doing, because it's got like it's got stripes of like a lacy pattern, and then it's got the main color in between. So I'm dreaming about knitting my Advent set. And my last in my dreams, can I show one of our hand-dyed yarns?
Yeah, because we already posted the video. Go right ahead.
Yeah, so my last in my dreams is my hand-dyed yarn. This was my colors. So I had the mauve, teal, and yellow. It came out a little bit more white than I was expecting. But So the yellow was supposed to be like speckles, but it ended up more like blotches of color. I think it's the dye that we have. So I want to make the Summer Sorel t-shirt. It's like a short sleeve, and it's got like a yoke with like a unique stitch on it. Like it's all over the place.
It's like it makes
if
like
you haven't
V's,
seen it, you're not a knitter.
it makes like V's going down. Like they're like,
Yeah, but it's almost like you almost like go in and then you elongate the stitch.
Yeah.
Like you kind of like pull it up and elongate the stitch, and it makes these like little V things
yeah.
in the yoke. And then it's like a short sleeve shirt. So that is I'm dreaming of making a top with my hand dyed yarn.
Yay.
Yep.
All right, I think that's all of our dream knitting. So next up is our outlier crafts. Our big outlier craft is obviously our die day that we had. You can go back and watch our mini sewed 2.1, and that is like time-lapse video of us dyeing, and then I put like the name of each type of project we were doing. And then when it came out of the dye pots, I put a picture of it up so you can see what our yarns look like throughout the day. And like I said, one of those is going to be a giveaway. So stay tuned to our Instagram to see the giveaway information. But let's just see, does anyone have anything that surprised them, that they liked, didn't like about die day?
I was surprised by how amazing this skein of yarn turned out.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's our Novice Masters. Modified Novice Masters colorway.
Novice Masters take 2.
So we each did our own colorway, and then we collaborated on the sock blank and this yarn. And it's, let me see if I can get all of the colors in the shot. It's just so pretty.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to make something with this. And I think I might make an Amba O'Brien shawl with this one too, the Wolja.
Okay.
I was surprised at how beautiful it came out. I love it.
Yeah.
This is not doing it justice. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to show from Die Day, I already did some spinning. So this was the spinning fiber that I dyed. I had some mystery dyes that I didn't know what color they were going to be. And I was like, let's just throw it on the spinning fiber because it doesn't matter. It gets ruined. It is what it is. So this is actually 3 different colors in here. And I spun it up to be this.
Oh my
Very
goodness, that was
nice.
fast.
Yeah. So
It's gorgeous.
thank you. It'll probably go to Gloria because she likes the colors the best.
They
This will
look like
probably
a
be
rose
your-
gold.
It does.
I thought it looked
so-
like passion fruit.
I don't know what passion fruit looks like.
Well, we'll Google it.
That's
It's
fair.
rose gold.
Yeah, I think that, so I loved dyeing the sock blank. Like that was so much fun. We did a like tonal gray, and then we speckled over it. And then at the end, I was getting impatient because it had been a long day and I needed to get on the road back home because I was about 2 hours away. We dyed at my parents' house. So I was like, I'm just flooding it with water and letting everything kind of get set. So it kind of turned everything pink, but I think it turned out awesome. I really
think it's
enjoyed
very
that.
pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we also,
So
we discovered that, so we had 2 different types of dyes. I had brought up, what is it? Dharma Trading Company. We had those acid dyes. Gloria had brought some of those, and then Val had a bunch of jacquard ones. And I used the jacquard ones to speckle on the purple and pink and orange yarn, which is one of the ones that we're giving away. And the speckles are very tiny. They're very distinct and they came out really well. But the speckling with the Dharma ones was a lot harder. Like it was really a very fine powder that just kind of went everywhere. So unless you have like very little water in there, which we were having a hard time with because Mom Stove is like this commercial grade gas stove, and I'm used to doing it on my crappy little electric stove. So we were having trouble with the temperature. I didn't want to put too little water in there. So we really wound up with the Dharma spreading every time we tried to speckle. So I think I want to get more.
I think the Jacquard dye had like a fixer in it already. It was mixed with something. It wasn't just the straight up dye powder. So I think that helped the speckling stay where it needed to be.
Yeah. All right, Gloria, any takeaway notes from dye day?
No, just the same, like the speckling, the Dharma dyes didn't speckle the same as the Jacquard ones. So, you know, like I was hoping my yellow would be a speckle, but it really, and I don't know, the amount of water in the pan might have played into that too. But you know, it became like splotches of yellow, which I'm still fine with. But in my head, I was picturing more of a speckle.
Yeah.
So.
I can't believe how long it took for everything to dry. Everything.
Oh, well, because we finished like late at night and it was cold overnight. So it's not like it got like when me and Gloria did it dye day before, we were able to put it outside in like direct sunlight and it was dry relatively quickly. But this, we hung it from a tree. So it was in the shade. It was cold. It didn't dry well.
Well, I am super impressed by people who dye in their homes, like these indie dyers who are just like dyeing in their homes and are able to somehow manage it all and help people recreate
and do
colors.
It over and over again and have the same color.
Recreating colors I'm really impressed with people who can do that because we are not capable of doing that.
We took some like half-hearted. But
yeah, I don't think we even made a full batch that we actually took notes on the full batch. So
yeah, but it was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it again.
Me too. So that I don't have any other outlier crafts this week. I will be getting started on some other things soon for Christmas, but nothing yet. Val, I know you had some embroidery, right?
I have one embroidery that I finished that I can share. I started doing Christmas embroidery. And
oh, that's adorable.
Thank you. So it's all like lazy daisies, and then I did like a rose stitch for the ornaments and then some satin stitch for the bottom. So that's it.
I hate lazy daisies.
Oh, I don't mind them. The thing that this was a lot more time consuming than I thought, and it's only because of the color changes. I think if I did the tree all one color, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But there are 3 or 4 different greens in there, and then I have 3 different colors for the ornaments. I got very sloppy when I did the satin stitch. I hate satin stitch. So you see it's very sloppy, but it is what it is. I don't care.
Nobody's gonna complain.
It's beautiful. And that's all I've got. That and the spinning that I already showed you.
All right. Let's move on then to On the Nightstand. Glor, what have you finished lately or reading or?
Well, I did finish The Night She Disappeared, finally. I feel like I read that for like a month. By Lisa Jewell. It was very good. I recommend. I passed that on to one of you. But yeah, I think she just like brings things together really well. I like her writing. I like her stories. So that one was good. And now I am reading The Neighbor's Secret by Alison Hiller. I'm like 60, 70 pages in. It's good so far. I really like her writing style because you get like, it's about these women that all live in a neighborhood together and they all go to a book club together. But it's not like, so far, it's about like, kind of like what's going on in their lives. But everyone's got like secrets that you don't know yet, like that they're not telling the other women, and so I think it's going to be good. I don't know if somebody dies. They're kind of alluding to the fact that somebody dies, but we don't know who yet. We don't know why or how, and we don't know if somebody actually dies. They're alluding to that, but who knows. So far it's good and I like it. And if I finish this before the end of December, I get a pair of socks from Book of the Month Club.
Yay.
So this is my last, I have one more book to fulfill the Book of the Month Club reading challenge. So if I finish this, which hopefully I'll finish it by December, I'll get my Book of the Month Club socks.
Very cool. Val, what have you been reading? You're muted.
So I'm just trying to pull up my Goodreads because 2 of them were audiobooks. I've been doing a lot of driving lately, so I did a couple of audiobooks. One was It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. And I was saying last time we recorded that I haven't really read anything that like I really loved lately. So I enjoyed it. It wasn't like a 5-star read, but I did enjoy it. So that is ooh, nope, you can't see that at all. Okay.
I can see that.
By Colleen. Okay. And then I also just finished We Are the Brennans by Tracy Lang. It's about like a big Irish family and like drama. Their one sister is like, it takes place in upstate New York. And one sister's like out in California and she gets into an accident and comes back to New York. And then like all these family secrets come out, they own a bar and like all this drama. It was also fun, probably like a 4-star read. I didn't read it yet, but I enjoyed it. And I am halfway through The House in the Cerulean Sea.
Yay.
And it is so adorable. It is delightful. It is so cute. So it's about this like caseworker for magical children, and he gets assigned to, he has to investigate these like group homes for magical children. So he gets assigned to this like super out of the way home for magical children, and it's his investigation of like, are things running the way they're supposed to at this home? And it's just so cute and so delightful, and I absolutely love it. And I know that TJ Klune, I don't know if this is a male or a female author. I think it's a male author. Now my phone's ringing. I know he's written more, and I want to read his newest book.
Yeah, there's a new one that just came out, like The Whispering Door or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that one's high on my list too. So I actually bought that book on January 6th. So I was at the bookstore when the Capitol was falling, and I posted something about it on Litsy, if anybody's on Litsy. I posted something about it on Litsy, and somebody was like, read The House on the Cerulean Sea first. Like it's a heartwarming, good, it'll put you in a good mood type of book. So yeah.
Is it like a 2-part?
I haven't read it yet, but
The tagline on the,
is it a 2-parter? Like, is that a sequel, the other one?
I don't know. No, I think it's different, a different topic. But the tagline on the top says, I loved it. It's like being wrapped up in a big gay blanket, simply perfect, by V.E. Schwab. So V.E. Schwab writes a series of like magical books. I haven't read any of them, but it is like being wrapped up in a big gay blanket. And it is super cute. Highly recommend it so far.
Aw. All right. I guess my books are next. I finished The Ex-Hex by Erin Sterling, and I already passed it on to one of you at Die Day, so I don't have it here anymore. I had high hopes for it. I was really looking forward to this one, and it just kind of fell flat for me. I felt like it was almost written more for like a younger demographic than me. And excuse my dog, she's not doing well with the time change, so she wants to eat right now. So it was just like magic goes wonky, and like 4 things happen, and I'm like, magic went wonky. Like, you can have the world going crazy right now, but it was like 4 things, and I was like, all right, and they weren't even big things either. So I wasn't super happy with that one. The next one, The Bookish Life of Nina Hill by Abby Waxman. And this one too, like it was good. I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't pick it up to read it again. You know, I wouldn't run out and recommend it to all my friends or anything. It was good.
I thought it was cute.
Yeah, it was cute. I don't know. It didn't like, I wouldn't rave about it. And then I read books 2 and 3 of Bridgerton. Can you see that?
Yes.
And this was from the Once Upon a Book Club, the one that like you get a gift you get 3 gifts per book for these. So I finished those and the gifts were pretty good. I was pretty impressed with the gifts for this set. And the third book, it's a lot about this girl reading. And so your gift, and a spoiler for anyone else who hasn't gotten through them yet, your gift is the next book in the series. So that was really cool. So I have like now 4 books, and they're going to be doing another box, like I think next year. And I'm guessing it'll have the last 4 books in the series. And then I just finished the Nina Hill one last night, and I started a book I can't reach, but it's right there, back there somewhere. And it's How the One-Armed Sister Sweeps Her House by Cherie Jones.
Is that short stories?
No, it's not short stories. So I can't reach it. Yes, I can. So it looked like really cool. I love the cover. I think it looks really pretty and playful and cheerful. And then I was looking it up on Goodreads after I started it. I'm only a couple pages in, but I was like, let me look it up on Goodreads. And apparently it has like every trigger warning you could ever imagine. It's going to be a very dark, dreary kind of book. But I've been, it's been sitting on my bookshelf and I've been looking at it and I've really wanted to read it. So I was like, you know what, I'm not in the mood for dark and dreary, but this book feels like it's been calling to me. So I'm going to see how it goes. So that's it for my reading. And I think that's it for the episode, right? Anyone have anything else they want to add?
When are we gonna post the giveaway?
So I need to get.
Excited.
I know. We've been planning this for like weeks. I need to get the episode edited, and once it's edited and I post it, then I'll post an Instagram post too, so they can start entering it. And no prompt or anything, just tag a friend, try and get the word out about our podcast. And you know what? If you want to post in YouTube too, go ahead and post in YouTube, just a random comment.
Like comment on the episode in YouTube?
Yeah, and that'll count as an entry too. I don't think you can like tag people like you can on Instagram. So just a random comment and that'll count as an entry, and we'll pick one winner between Instagram and YouTube.
Sounds good.
All right.
Excellent.
Happy knitting.
Happy knitting. It's chaos over there.
Yeah, so maybe daytime recording isn't going to happen again.